Today we're going to make Southern baked grits. Randy and I want to welcome you to the channel. Welcome to my kitchen. We're going to just make us some wonderful old Southern baked grits. Let's get started. All right, the first thing you're going to need is some already cooked grits. And just follow the directions on the package. Now, myself, I really prefer milled grits compared to the instant grits. It just, I don't know, it just, Granny always used milled grits, and so that's what I prefer.
I like milled grits too.
Stay out of my grits. Okay, now after your grits are cooked, you're gonna need 1.5 cups of sharp cheddar cheese, already grated, a tablespoon of minced garlic, really, truly 2 eggs. The reason I have 3 is obviously these are not grade A large eggs. These are my eggs. Whoa! These are my eggs, and my chickens are fairly young, and they're still laying really small eggs. So I'm going to use 3. We need some green onions, the tops and bottoms, and you're going to need about 4 tablespoons of butter. All right, we're going to start down here, and I'm not throwing those away. I'll tell you something in a minute. All right, and then we're just going to cut these really fine. This knife is really sharp. Y'all, Randy just got done sharpening this one for me, and it is really, it's like digging into my cutting board. Now the onions are cut, we're going to put them right into those grits. You should end up, that was 1 packet of green onions, and that should give you roughly 1/2 cup. All right, and then my 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Just going to drop that in there. And our 4 tablespoons of butter, which I've left out to kind of get soft. And that's about 4. And we're just gonna drop that in there. And my grits are still warm, they're not hot now. I've let them sit so that we could do this. Oh, and my 1.5 cups of cheese, and we're gonna drop that in there. All at one time. Give it a really good stir. All right, make sure you get it really good and combined. Like I said, I've let these grits cool because you need for them to cool before you put, not cold, but just cool them down enough that when you put them in the casserole, you can add the other ingredients when I tell you what they are. All right, now we're going to take this 2-quart casserole, spray it down. Don't get too carried away. That stuff really ain't good for you, but it does the job. And then we're going to go ahead and put that in our casserole, and I'm going to try to do it where you can see me do it. All right, we're going to get all of that goodness we can get. Nope. All right, I got some left up there. Try not to waste anything. All right. Now we're going to level that out. Now that we've got it leveled out, we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. We're going to set that aside. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to grab my milk that I made. And I need 1/4 cup of milk. About right there. And then we're going to break those 3 eggs, or 2 eggs in your case, because you're getting grade A large eggs. Anyway, we're going to drop our eggs in there. Be careful not to get any shells in there. Right, and then we're just going to beat those up. Okay. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt to that. Maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon. Going to put about the same amount of pepper in there. Going to give that a good mix. Just like that. I'm going to bring my casserole back over here. Right, and then we're just going to pour that as even as we can all the way across the top. Then we're going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees for around 45 minutes. Now this recipe comes to you through my Aunt Lizzie. She used to make this all the time, but she used to make it with, she would put shrimp in it, like directly in it, like a shrimp and grits, or she would serve fried shrimp on the side with the grits, or mullet. Oh, that is so good with mullet and hush puppies. So, if you're ever wanting something to go with your seafood that you really haven't ever tried, this is one to do. It's really inexpensive, it's not hard to make, and it really is good, especially with fish and seafood. We are not having it with fish and seafood because I don't have any. We are going to have it with beef sausage, which is also just as good. Now, as a bonus, you see these ends right here off of those green onions? Don't throw those away. You just put them in your flower pot or put them in your garden, and there would never be a reason for you to ever have to buy this again because they will regrow and regrow and regrow. Time's up. My grits are ready. There we are. Supper done. Let's just grab us some of that good grits. Oh yeah. The moment you've been waiting for. Taste test time.
Well, you didn't have to wait too long.
No, that's super hot now. You need
Here I am. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why didn't you put some of that crusty cheese on here for me?
It is. It's under there.
Oh, it's under there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here it goes. I'm going to give it a shot. Ooh, I can feel the heat.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. You know, I know a lot of you, especially if you're like from Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Florida, you know what grits are, right? But us folks down here really know what cheese grits are. People like Annette up in Canada and Grace and Lightgiver, and then you got Beth up in Ohio. They don't even know what grits are. But I'm going to tell you what, you make you a set of this right here, you're going to be eating grits for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
Boy, those are probably the best cheese grits I've ever had.
They are. When you do them like that, they are so good. Like I said, we most of the time use it for seafood, but and breakfast. Seafood and breakfast are mainly the two things we use grits for. But they can be used any time of the day, in any kind of meal. You can even use grits and gravy. I mean, you don't have to have mashed potatoes. You can have grits and gravy, and they're cheap. They're very inexpensive, and they just taste good. Butter and salt's all you need to make grits good. Cheese makes them better. You know, garlic makes them a little better. Baking them and making them really creamy makes them a little better. But, yeah, they're awesome no matter what.
What kind of sausage is that?
And that's beef sausage.
I know
It's a beef smoked sausage.
Beef smoked sausage, and she kind of serrated the top of it, and pan fried it.
And pan grilled it.
Skillet. Cast iron skillet sausage. Maybe we should have showed that in operation.
Yeah, maybe.
But this is so delicious, guys. You're going to want it.
Like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Time to eat.